Start now. Alright, let's see. Here's the one coaster I have on the map so far. Cross purposes. Hyper Twister, named after a Black Sabbath album. Just a couple hills kind of cross back and forth. See? Down into like a little low helix and then circle through the inversions after that. See, a left hill goes right through the large loop, which is nice. So let's come down. Let's track this one here. Another interaction with the loop there. And a little brake run. It comes in probably a little too fast, but it's fine. And a little side building. Show you inside. Scenery, food court. There's a lot of options there. Bathroom in the corner. Plenty of seating. And your scenery back, and you can see it's the communion cafeteria. Nice big glass purple cross on top too, and couldn't find any piece in the game that could cover this gap, unfortunately. Anything I put there looked weird, so I guess that's just gonna stay blank. Alright, so that's cross purposes, and now let's see. It's a community map, so you know, other play that different people built all kinds of different stuff. You can see over here, so see, I could stay kind of near my other one. Someone put something up fairly close here, so I don't want to box him in, but I kind of want to put something here because he's kind of choking my area, so yeah, let's use this gap right here, and okay, so build a wooden coaster today. Classic wooden twister. Don't really remember the difference between the different types of wooden coasters. So let's see. Classic. Oh, let's see what we guess we'll go with. Let's go with the regular wooden roller coaster. Custom, of course. Yeah. Let's see. It can be pretty hard to get started sometimes. I have no idea what eventually the theming will be or what even the layout's gonna look like. It just start building. Uh, you know what? I think I'm gonna actually just take a little fencing and I'm gonna draw a border. And that'll give me at least visually some idea of what kind of space to stay within here. So okay, do yeah, I kind of want to leave this spot. The person that built this stuff wants to put stuff there, so I'll probably let's do. All right, whatever we build, we're gonna try to stay within that basic parameter. Coaster. I would like to have my station a couple tiles above the ground. But I mean, all that will be hidden in some kind of other station structure that I'll build around it using scenery. So doesn't matter too much. Just the track directly on the ground doesn't really look good or make much sense because there's no supports. Especially on a wooden coaster, you want to see lots of those lovely supports. We'll do a little bank roll out of the station. Now we'll go into the lift hill. Lift hill in the middle. Um, hmm. I mean, that could be interesting if we do a. And then cross it over, but I don't know. No, I think I actually want to move the station forward a few tiles. That gives us a little bit more room for a proper sized lift hill. See, so start at 70. 96 it. Okay, so let's see, we're 185 on the lift hill, 155 for the large loop, I think. No, but we can't go that way. That should be enough to get through. To the right, though. There, so 150, 185, momentum 60. I should probably run a car. Just make sure we can get through before I have to delete. 140 from 160. Yeah, no, that's gonna block so much. Okay, that's a Oh, that's about perfect. Okay. Okay. What if you come in a little sooner? Oh, too close. Come on, that'd be cool. Second loop right next to it. Well, it's two other people playing right now. Cap and ETH. What are you doing? What are you building? Okay. Jungly dinosaur thing. That's nice. What are you doing? Nothing. Pay attention. Okay, let's go back to building. Maybe we can try a couple different things here. I'm thinking like a smaller loop that's even with the big loop, but I might also bring this section back a little bit and then just do another Kind of big loop that's a little bit lower, but see what they both look like and see what the momentum is. Okay. Yeah, 145, that's probably too high. We probably lost too much speed already. I mean, that looks cool, but it might be too fast. Oh, can you not fit under there? Come on. No, okay. That's kind of fun. I like that little dip and then into the banked, banked track. Oh, it's right on the ground. I don't like that, but maybe it'll work. Okay, I think that looks pretty cool. I think we'll put some kind of building here. Leave the straight track and then cover it up with some kind of building. Let's watch the ghost train and see if it actually makes it through. Alright, cool. That looks pretty good. You made it through. Oh, that's pretty cool. But not through the other loop, huh? That's kind of risky. What is blocking that? Oh, okay, because they're not. Yeah. As cool as that would be, I don't think it's possible without chutes. What about... Man, if I could bank through the loop. Other way, maybe? No, no, I don't think it will work. Actually, that does work. Wow. Oh, yeah, I just don't think there's actually an opening here. As much as it looks like there is, there's probably not enough room to get the track through. Unfortunate. Okay. New idea. Okay. Mm. Nice. Okay, it does go through. And then maybe up through, and then over the straight, and then back to the station. Okay, 65, 70 at the station. It's actually, man, I don't know if I have the juice for this. I'm gonna try it though. One flow down. Delete that. Good. Probably don't need that. I'm sure it'll be going nice and slow, but it puts brakes in anyway. Kind of worried about a rollback, but it works. It's pretty good. Ah, wow, I really did not use as much space as I thought. Don't really like that color scheme though, so we're definitely gonna go with some more traditional wooden roller coaster colors. Kind of magenta. Gray? No. Clear? That looks horrible. Olive? No. Let's see. Regular olive? Dark green. Tan looks pretty good with the red. Or magenta, or whatever it is. What are you? Coral pink. Bordeaux. Bordeaux red. Bordeaux. Okay. It's pretty good. Build my entrance and exit. Entrance that side, exit that side. And then yeah, we'll just build a whole station so you'll never actually see that part. It doesn't really matter where it is. Okay, test. Oh, these green cars look terrible. Absolutely awful. Black cars? Okay. Yeah, I have like gold one, a white one, and what? A silver one? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, a little over underpass there. That's pretty good. Alright. Why are there all these trains stopped on the track? What the hell is going on with this railroad? How far back do they go? Okay, from that station to the other station. Oh, I don't. I have no idea. That test's pretty good. There's the excitement could be a little higher than 7.82. Oh, I do. I mean, the excitement's going to test a little better once we add, trees or buildings or whatever else we want to do, but until then. I did adjust the fluid tilt speed to be 6 miles an hour instead of 5. Okay. They almost timed right to go through loops at the same time. Front car was a little slower, so if I reduce the minimum wait time by 2 seconds, try that, and we're gonna see if we can get the 2 separate trains to line up and actually go through loops at the same time. I have no idea for a name for it yet, though. Nothing's layout isn't giving me any ideas for the name, but maybe. Okay, first one through. So yeah, hopefully when train 1 here gets to loop. Oh no, they're quite a bit off. That wasn't close at all. So I probably actually need more time, not less time. Okay. So let's try to 12-second interval. Just increase from 8, where I set it down from 10, which is the default minimum time between trains leaving station. But of course, that can get all messed up when the guests actually start riding it, and they can take different times to properly load into the vehicles. I do think the layout turned out really nice, though. I do. Stayed very much in the confined box. Yeah, not yet. Oh, let's try. Alright, let's try it again. 15-second delay. Alright. Alright. Nice. Okay. I think we were right on the dot with 15 seconds. And they kind of see each other again there. Oh, and the second and third ones line up too? Oh, this is perfect. Wow. Alright, maybe I come up with some kind of name that plays on the fact that they have the synced up loops or something. I don't know what kind of name. Sync. Sync. How about sycophant? Like sycophant, but a little pun on the train syncing up, going through loops at the same time. Cool. I was gonna watch that again before I built something else. I'm gonna make sure that the timing is gonna be right every time. Second interaction. And 2 and 3 also line up. Yeah, that's That's pretty fucking great. Alright. And then, playing in any of these community or free-for-all servers, you definitely don't want to forget to put your name on your coasters. Otherwise, the mods will delete them. Alright, Sycophant, Killer Squid 87. Nice, okay. I've been building a lot of these religious roller coasters with big cross stations and or theming like the big glass cross above communion here. I wish there were more kind of cross type scenery in the game, but you know, pretty easy shape to make with any other scenery set piece, so actually quite a bit of options for continuing vaguely religious themed roller coasters. First off, let's shrink this fence that we thought we were going to need that I didn't end up using. If I would have gone taller with the lift hill, or didn't use loops, which lose quite a bit of energy on a wooden coaster, I probably could have done a more expansive layout. But like I said, I do like how it ended up looking. Actually, let's. Oh, it's good to look at it from all the angles and see that there isn't one part that just, for some reason, looks absolutely horrible at one angle, but not the others. Which I think that looks pretty good from that angle too. Especially really like these diagonal hills. Add a lot of variety into your layouts. Alright, let's watch it from this angle. Yeah, it's like the perfect amount of stall on that lift hill. On a real roller coaster, that would be pretty exciting right there. Alright, front one's a little faster. Let's see how 2 and 3 line up. Okay, so 2 and 3, it's the opposite, where the other one's a little faster, so any way in the timing that we can even that out. Minimum 15. So let's actually go back to the 5 mile an hour lift hill instead of the 6. Keep the timing the same and see how the simultaneous loop entries and how 1 and 2 sync up with 2 and 3. Let's see if we can get a little closer matching for our timing here. Let's see. Train 1. Get that right, because they seem like they're pretty... I don't know, that's 15 seconds. Okay, that looked pretty good. Actually, that's pretty nice because they both race up the hills at the same time. And they almost see each other a third time. And 2 and 3 are actually synced up perfectly. Look at this. It's so nice. 2, okay, spin around. Check from this angle. I do like how that, this diagonal piece before the helix. Another facing the other way, but simultaneous cliff. Do not like that, though. Yeah, that is clipping straight through. That's not gonna fly. All right, close this. I have a pretty good idea how we can fix it, though. Instead of going straight out of the helix, let's up. I don't know, you guys. That looks bad no matter what. I think I have to go wider. Yeah, I don't think I should be stacking like that. Going wider like that. Okay. Initial break. Bring it to 22. God, I hate doing these S-bends, but sometimes you get put in a position where you just... That one off from station. Well, I mean, actually, you can move the whole helix back. I do have all the stray pieces. Yeah, let's do that instead of the extra brake run and S-bend, because that looks stupid. Okay. Before I forget, I'll just look at what I had here, so... Maybe just go right into it? And how does that look from there? Alright, I mean, in real life that would probably still kill you, but you hit all these wooden beams and be unconscious and probably dead by the time you roll back into the old station here, but it looks better than it was before, so let's go with that. Down one. We'll do one regular break to 22, and then we'll do block break to 13. So the reason I do the one block break, which is normally run where you have different sections that'll hold a train, and then it can go on, until the next train gets to the block break, and it's for very complex timing or different safety reasons. But in this case, it's because if there's ever a breakdown where the brakes fail, there's no chance of it ramming into the station because you can set the block brake will not fail, but you can run it in continuous circuit mode and not actually use the block brake. But it's like a way of tricking the game to get around the brake failure. So we're gonna do that, but we're not actually gonna run it in continuous circuit block section mode. We're gonna run it in continuous circuit mode. So it'll just it just functions like a regular ride, except it now has a brake that will not fail no matter what. Okay. All right, station. I mean, a lot of roller coasters kind of have like big, or a wooden roller coaster have big kind of wider barn with that slanted roof type looking station. So might go for that. I don't have too much experience in building those, but maybe I can look around the map and just give you an example of what I kind of mean. Yeah, so not a wooden coaster, but, here's more the kind of barn style. This isn't using as much scenery as it is the raised land and stuff, but do like this overhang above the queue. Let's look around and see if we can find another wooden coaster. Kind of get an idea. Not taking their idea, of course, but just looking at the shape and seeing if we can come up with ideas for stations. I do like this the tiered with the glass in between. Another really cool thing you can do is you go to the scenery tab, click the eyedropper, and I can kind of just be like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's that piece. Okay. And then what's. So they're not like real windows. There are windows that this person created by combining the two scenery pieces. So that's cool. I didn't actually know that one yet. So really not that many wooden coasters in this park. Okay, here we go. Let's look at these two. Let's look at this one. That's kind of cool. I hope they're gonna decorate a little bit more because this just raised chunk of dirt doesn't look super great yet. Uh, all right, nice twisty drop. Pretty nice little layout on this. So, I was a big fan of the diagonal lift hill. All right, what's this one called? Who made it? It's called Twister, and a player named Chaos made it. Okay. So Woody? No, it's a Twister thing. There's my stuff. I kind of wish this guy didn't put this right here. I wanted my own kind of. Not that I need like the full quarter of the map, but do kind of feel immediately squeezed by that roller coaster. Who are you? A player called Coaster, and the ride's called Chaos, and there's another player named Chaos. That's chaotic, confusing. Alright, I saw another. Alright, that's a pretty cool station. MSG made that battle axe, huh? Mountains look pretty good. They got people dirt biking over the mountains. Look at all this. It's definitely a lot of, you can go to, Tile Inspector just to kind of show you. Probably just I'm gonna mess with something doing on my own ride. Select a tile, and you can actually make any piece you want invisible like that. So looks like he's got people dirt biking over this hill, but most likely, there is actual track there, and just made it all invisible. That's kind of using the looking around as an excuse to take a break and come up with an idea for the station because I have no idea what I want to do. Like, why don't we do like one tier up, some kind of wooden shape, maybe it would be like 6 tiles, 6 tiles across, maybe. Well, seven, maybe, so we can have it coming out the exact. So 7 across, though. I do not know if I have that much room. Uh, 7 across. Just finding some kind of piece to test with. Let's see. I want wooden shit. So I'm just gonna look up wooden in the all tab and see what my options are. The color is just kind of fucking weird. Light brown? Do I want a light? Actually, what? But I match the color scheme of the station to the outer rail and the inside. Well, just all the colors, the same colors as the coaster. So how can I do that? I can look and see. So that is tan. I won't tan like that, but put a few down to see how it looks. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's see, that'd be 5 across. On this side we'll go one past the end of the station. So you'll kind of see it roll in, but you won't see this part of the station at all within the outer station building. Okay. Build that down there. Fortunately, this bit of track is probably gonna look like it's built. I mean, hopefully it'll look good, but it might look a little weird. That all these supports from this corner bend track would actually be resting on the station building is very unlikely. Okay, so it could be the bottom. Nope. I want to add trim below it. Wooden pole piece. What does that look like? Okay, maybe make that color. Doesn't have to be on top of it though. I'm gonna have to put the zero clearance sheet on so I can get multiple scenery items into one space that the game doesn't think they can fit in. But I think it's gonna look great. I think it's gonna look fantastic. Okay, who's on? That's gonna warn people that I'm turning on zero clearance cheat. Because if they're building, let's say they're actually building a roller coaster right now or something, Ah, it wouldn't stop them from building invalid track basically and building into the ride itself. Not like these nice interactions you see where it goes under with plenty of clearance. It'd be more like it would allow overlapping track, and if you didn't want that, it wouldn't be good. Turning on zero clearance for a bit. I'll just wait a couple seconds to see if anybody grumbles. And if there's no grumbling, we'll just continue. Alright, okay. I got one person agreed, so boom. Alright, what's that thing I had? Post. And what color was that again? That color? No. I don't like how they don't connect. I don't like how that looks. Umbrian joined the game. Make sure it's spelling. Yo, Umbrian. Probably take a little break soon. Maybe I'll keep the stream going. Maybe well, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know how to stream. I'm using just some free thing. I don't remember um, exactly why I got the idea to stream building things. Maybe just because I've been playing it a lot. Um, been making some cool stuff and thought maybe seeing the process would be fun. But I don't really, as you can tell, I don't really have a rhythm for talking out loud while playing a game like this. Besides, I guess, just describing what I'm doing, talking about the game in general, as if I'm training, but I'm not training. You guys aren't being trained. And nobody's watching, right? No, there's one person. One person somewhere is watching. Thank you to that one person. If you're watching this later and you know anything about streaming yourself and you have any ideas of how I could reach people that would be interested, I would appreciate the information. Oh, the ride is really getting in the way of being able to I'm gonna have to make some. Let's just try making the supports invisible first and see what we can do there. Okay. All right. I think that looks like a pretty good base. All right, let's use the nice Bordeaux red that we used on the coaster and make another little trim piece here. Let's extend that all the way down. Come up here, put those there. And we're actually shy. I didn't notice that. Alright, delete, 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 deletion, delete, 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 deletion. Okay, extend that out one more. Raise that up. Oh, okay, that looks stupid. We're not doing that. David 5 has joined the game. David 5. Should I ask him what happened to the other 4 Davids? What kind of ground tile do I want? I don't really want to show just grass through the windows, so let's see. What would look good in there? Maybe this weird galaxy grid red thing. Let's see. Let's just look in this little corner and see how it looks. Yeah, it looks cool now. Let's do that. The whole interior of the station. That kind of floor. Okay. All right. Forgot where else I said I was going to try to make any kind of buildings. Another popular thing on one roller coasters is having some kind of little building gate type thing up near the top of the lift hill, or at the very beginning of the top of the first main drop as well. Could do a building too. A building here. It's like a little barn. Yeah, yeah. And it can go over both. And then they'll both go through loops, and they'll both go through the little barn buildings and then separate coming out. That'll look really cool. I think that's absolutely what I'm doing. It does kind of look like Spanish mission. But yeah, I was thinking of doing, part of it. Maybe the outsides with the roof, and then the middle part actually be an extra story. And then, entrance queue coming down. this way. How far to connect to the main path? Kind of a long ways. Alright, I'm probably thinking too far ahead if I'm already... And we haven't even... See, earlier we are going to take that fence down. That got completely distracted. That didn't happen. So, I'm going to finish that, I guess. Delete, 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 delete. There's got to be a faster way to delete a bunch of shit than what I'm doing. Because this takes a long time. That fucking sucks. Meow? Meow. The cat meows. Yeah. What's up, Reggie? Hey, what's up, baby? Come here. Having a baby. Oh. Oh. What's up, my kid? What's up, my big kid? What's up, my baby? Okay. Go away. Don't roller coasters. I'm trying to manage a theme park. Delete. Delete, 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 delete. Defense. That's not what did. I didn't know I had that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I eventually maybe that fence will just get deleted entirely, so I'm not going to worry about. But I put the wrong. Forgot what was that? What I was actually holding. Giant long thing, and I drew the wrong shit. Come on, delete. Go faster. Alright, I'm an idiot. Look at this. Big fucking bulldozer symbol right there. So I've been back playing this game for maybe about a month and sitting and clicking and deleting things one at a time, and the entire time there's a big bulldozer symbol right there. Okay, I gotta click out of this though, because mouse went wild, started deleting stuff. I could get kicked out. Alright, I feel weird about this fence, so I'm gonna connect it. Alright, I'm gonna take a tiny break. I'll come back and we'll finish the station and try to figure out how to make some nice looking path to actually reach the entrance and exit. And we can make that invisible too. Which I probably will, but I'm gonna keep it here until I know exactly where the paths are gonna be, just so I remember where the station is. But you can go into station style and you can completely eliminate it, which I probably eventually will do. Um, but for now, we're just gonna keep it. No, that looks stupid. Just keep it plain. And I will be back shortly. I'll just leave it like that. The name, yeah, okay. Walking away. God, I walk away for 1 second and a side friction roller coaster. Just, oh my god, it's crashing more. What happened? What's up, Kitty? Are you hungry? Do you want more food? You want me to give you food soon? Are you a cat who likes to eat foods? Yeah. Oh, anyway, I was gonna take a break. Yeah. It's up, right? All right. Let's look for a roof piece. Off-white path. That might work. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's extend it. Here. Yeah, it looks a little weird right now, but it's gonna look. There'll be a whole higher section in the middle, so it'll cover up that weird gap and won't really look like it's floating anymore. Do a little spin, make sure it looks alright on all sides. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I think path is gonna clip right through there. So no, we're gonna change that. I think I'm actually gonna do a slanted up roof. Have a little more clearance for the guests to get in and out of the entrance. Let's go delete, 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 delete. 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 Mm-hmm. What's up? Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Let's actually just look for roof tiles. Yeah, I can't change the color on that, unfortunately. That one would look pretty good with that, right? Let's take a see how that lines up. Yeah, that'll at least hide. And then once that's invisible, it won't really matter. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, go. Wish that matched a little bit better, but oh, that one you can actually change the under. Okay. Let's, does that look? I think that looks better. Okay. I don't have to change all of them because the top looks the same, but the part on the end that's going to show that color looks a lot better. We'll modify this side too. All right, now we got to start building our second layer. I think we'll take the that little quarter high. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Yeah, quarter high fence. You probably go with that lighter color. I forget exact. A tan, I think it was, right? Tan. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll spin that baby around. Do it again on the other side. Oh, down. Can't really see. Check. Okay, that looks good. And for the next one, I kind of want to go more open. I know the window's already open, but um, see if I can find more like not an arch, but you like that one with the planters. This might be right, just what I need. Maybe this. Let's try that. Mm, yeah, do some color matching. So I don't think that matches. Tan, tan. A little different, but I think it looks good enough. look at the other side, of course. See if I can get this in view enough that I can do it in one. A little hard to see from the zoomed out, but make sure it's lined up. Okay, it looks pretty good. Alright, let me try adding on the planters in the middle here. Oh, looks pretty good. I'd like the plant to actually hang outside of the frame though, if I can. Maybe if I... So I don't know if you can see, you can do both sides. Um, so this would be, the left side of that tile, but you could also do what would be the right side of the tile next to it. So I'm going to try having that part of the fence on the inside and then see if the plant will show up outside if I do it that way. I don't want it that high though. Oh, I got desynced. Okay, let's go back. All right. One person watching. Real quick. I mean, what if I layer two of them on? There we go. It actually worked. Okay, now the plants are actually... See the difference here that the planter is actually on the other side of the bar, which is what I wanted. Do that all the way around. So the first pass, it doesn't do it, but then if you double up and put the overlapping of the same scenery piece, then the plant... Yeah, that looks really nice. Alright, why is it not doing it that time? Because I have to delete all of these and redo them on the inside, that's why. Okay, so we'll delete all these, and then we'll rebuild them on the other side of the adjacent tile. Go back. And it can get a little... You get a lot of scenery pieces in the same spot, and it can be a little hard to find exactly where you were. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll just build it on the inside of this tile instead of on the outside of that tile. Of course, I can't fucking see because of the coaster. We're just gonna have to make that invisible. See-through rides. Okay. Yep, and there we go. Go. On the inside. Okay. Make the ride visible again. And where do we go from here? gonna have a hard time covering this part of the wall. Um, this gap right here, I think it's gonna be a bit of a mess. And we need more planters. We don't have enough planters. I don't have enough planters. Okay, there. Get exactly where your buddies are. Double up on the outside. Okay. Done with that. Yeah, you'll kind of be able to see through the windows and arches here. You'll see the train going through the station. Should be cool. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to fixing. I may have to take just this trim and find a way to just make the slant even. But I really want trim on the front. Um, all right, where are we? Here. There, next slant. No. Turn your fucking shit around. Actually, I'm gonna try something a little different. As I realize there is this corner piece. Yeah, okay. Let's do that instead. Corner piece in. Okay. Alright, back to the top of the roof. Okay. Alright. Mm, I think I'm actually going to go one higher. Going to have a top kind of garden area as well. So, but I'm going to do it without the quarter wooden piece here. So I think we're just going to go right into the arches and gates here. So that. No, I'm gonna change the color. Where's my piece? There's my piece. Oh, let's see. I think maybe back to that red. Yeah, and then tan on the. No, I mean not that you can see much of it, but there's a little bit of trim in the middle of the. There's... Oh, did I build them on the wrong fucking side again? No, that looks fine. Oh, that looks great, actually. Okay. Never mind. It's all good. Okay. Wait, why didn't you build all the way across? Cannot build tower in... What? Then that is making me think that's not even fucking lined up. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's turn on serial clearance again. Why does it make you do it twice? I don't know, but you have to. Click, 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 click. And spin back around. Click. What the hell? No, why are you deleting everything except the piece I want? Delete. Okay, we gotta rebuild that on the inside. Right, that's our problem. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, I think that's coming together. Still gotta figure out exactly how to finish this part of it, though. Put it like that. Actually, the inside. Oh my god, a roller coaster crashed. Super Bon Bon. What happened? Let's go check it out. Uh, bu bu bu. What happened? Do you have any other stuff you built? Miss Hanks? Just testing a ride, changed the train, but didn't realize it had less cars. Yeah, that will happen. We have pretty nice buildings here. I don't know what's with that one waterfall, but let's see. That building's pretty cool. Is that a staircase? Is that custom? I've never seen that before. Let's see what it's made of. That is an actual piece. Prison Watch Tower Stairs. Okay. I had no idea that existed. That kind of looks stupid. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, let's send that trim around. No. I think I'll wait and figure that part out later. I don't know what I'm gonna put in this spot right here. Or that's probably blocked by my face. This spot right here. I don't know. Mm. Where is the corner piece? And I want to match it with beige. Street piece. And get rid of that. No, get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, rebuild this over here. Right there. Why does that look so wrong? Because that is still there, that's why. Okay. And this is still here. And that, okay. Son of a bitch. I should just fix this right away when I fix the other side. But I think I remember what I'm doing. No, wrong piece. Give me that piece. Arch, yes. Inside. And planter. Planter, planter, planter. There. There, okay. I should find a piece to cross that gap. But actually look nice. What about this piece? Oh, I'm getting tired. Get closer to that other color. What is looking so... Oh, because that piece. There we go. Look at that. Okay, but I did not like that color. Try doing this as beige instead. I mean, it doesn't really actually match that other color at all. Tan? Let's try as tan. Tan, okay, we're going with tan. We're going with tan. Alright, now that looks good. Let's do an arch without a planter. So ideally, put me right here. Let's do. Oh, just look the same. What? Oh my god. Huh. Do that one. Yeah, that's good. I think that looks pretty good. Scenery options are overwhelming. Oh, so there are base blocks. Oh, that's pretty good. And that completely covers that shit up, huh? Okay. That looks weird as hell. That looks a lot better. Okay. Let's see if I could. God damn it! Like deleting something when you have so much, and deleting the right piece can be a little trick. Again, yep. Just deleted the planter. Okay. Now I gotta fix that. Let's see, we got some. The planter's not showing properly again. Oh. Oh, I gotta turn zero clearance back on. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, that one. Okay. And why does that look so weird right there? Anyway, okay, that all looks pretty good. What I think it was doing was actually adding to the top, the third level here, adding some more greenery. Probably just some shrubs and bushes, but that's pretty good. Add them, sprinkle them in throughout. And that's on the wrong side. Put a couple in here. Kind of hard to see exactly where they're placing and make sure they're not just okay. Kind of see them in there. We're gonna go like one above, a couple more. All right. Now we'll do another variety. Gotta fill it. Okay, there we go. I think we'll just fill in the rest of the open spots inside here with this bush because it looks pretty good. Here. Let's spin around and look at all the angles because there's probably some spots we can't see. Oh yeah, look how lush and wonderful that looks inside now. Okay, good, 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 good. Do a little check, I see an available spot. Put another one in, make it, right there. Sometimes they clip outside of the wall, so you gotta make sure that they're secure, so to speak. Alright, I should probably start considering how to get the entrance and exit paths actually out of the building and on their incredibly long journey to the main path. Should probably just go around, connect over here. If I wanted to be fun, I could build a nice path and have it cross under my other coaster. Cross purposes here, and that'd be kind of fun. And then maybe actually the path could cross over this really low. Another roller coaster crashed. Super Bonbon. Is this the same one? Oh no. Hank, he did it again. I don't know what to say to that. I'm not gonna say anything. Uh, anyway, back to my ride here. Okay, let's actually temporarily make the scenery invisible so I can see inside the station. I don't really want the path just randomly coming out of the wall, so I'm worried it's gonna have to rebuild some of this because I think it's gonna delete part of it. Um, yeah, we'll see. There, hopefully don't delete my scenery. Actually, kind of fun if it just wiggles and stays within the building. Comes out. Well, yeah, the idea. The exit path, we're not gonna. Yeah, I keep yawning. Not gonna have the exit path like wind inside the building or anything. That'll lead directly out. But it'll be, you'll be able to see the people waiting in the queue in the windows here. So, um, I mean, does it actually come out directly? And there's enough clearance for that, huh? Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, let's hope it didn't delete anything. Yes. Nope. It. See, we got a little. I knew that roof was gonna give us trouble. Okay. Uh, Probably gonna have to use cheats here, but I think we can cover it back up. Yeah, can't put it here. All right, so disable our clearance checks. Cover that back up. Okay, that's really cool, actually. What do we want to do here? Where would the path need to go? The path would need to go about here, and then go vertical here, connect down there. Okay, I like that quite a bit. Yeah. No, we're actually, because that's already a pretty long station. Um, Not station, I mean queue. I don't want to put a little trim there. Just a little bit of trim. Is that actually going to work? Can I actually put a little trim there? Ooh, maybe a half wall? Quarter wall. And make it beige. No, not beige. Tan. Tan. But on the inside tile? And again, this guy just keeps crashing his roller coasters constantly. Bordeaux, lovely Bordeaux red. Yeah, I like that a lot. That looks great. Okay. Oh, kind of tired by that because that's what's in the rest of the park, right? Yeah. Right. Alright, we gotta make all this shit invisible and build our exit now. See through ride, because we can't see past the coaster, and see through scenery. And now I can't see the exit because I have the ride invisible, so. Okay, I think we can work with this. Okay, that's this also. Exit path. Can't because the coaster's in the way. Oh, because it dips down like that, so yeah, that's not gonna work. I think we'll just. How do I want to do this now? Turn the scenery back on so I can see. I guess the exit's gonna be right here, and we'll just I'll come up with something. Okay, so now that we actually have those connected, allude to further path that doesn't exist. Let's make the entrance and exit invisible and see how it looks. Um, Where did I put that arch that didn't have a planter? Right here. Okay, so I'm gonna. Yep, we'll do that exact piece on the other side. Make sure I got it. Yeah. Right, other side. Command build, build, build. Up. Good. That, and I probably do that, but I want to match that color, which I think is beige. And turn on zero clearance again. And that is absolutely not beige. Okay. Tan. Put tan. Not tan. What color are you? Dark brown. Okay, get my arch. Did I not just build a arch right there? Like, no, grab the right fucking piece. Arch wall, 2 color 14, arch wall. Yeah, okay, arch wall. There we go, fucking finally. Oh, now it. Okay, wait. What? Oh, God. Why are you not showing up? Alright, whatever. Dark brown. A dark brown. There we go. Oh. Alright, I no longer like that interior all that much. Let's consider different ground tile. Sand? No, sand would be weird. Dirt rock mix. Brown rock. That looks kind of good. I think I will actually go ahead with that. And oh my god, is there a missing roof piece here? What's going on? There are 2 missing roof pieces. Because of the entrance and exit, right? Okay, now I'm not even confident that the exit is connected, so let's see. Oh no, because, okay, it's spiraling like that. Okay, I see it. I see it, I see it, I see it. Alright, reconnect a roof like we had to do on the... Okay. Perfecto. Perfecto. Alright, let's connect it to the main path and see if we can get some riders here. So actually gonna kind of just draw this back and see exactly where I need to be. It's really freaking hard to actually be even here. Okay, that kind of helps. Seeing the grid. Alright, so... Okay. Well, you're building that in the sky. And it will be a double path. Oh, you want to go over the trade. And re-enable the clearance checks because I don't want to build like straight through. The hilly area. It'll look kind of stupid. Let's see, how high do I gotta go? Is that high enough? Yeah, that looks great. Alright, we are connected. We want to make the whole thing a double, so continue up, 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 up. Nice, nice, nice. Down. Oh, I don't like that. Alright, we're gonna do a little elevation. I really want to keep this path double, so didn't really want to modify the hill, but I'm gonna modify the hill. Here. Go here, we got nobody watching. Cool. Alright, let's open this thing up. I do still want to build some more buildings on it, but I also want to open the ride. It's a hell of a walk. But we got one guy coming. He's eating something. What do you got? What are you holding? Oh, you are holding an iced tea. This guy's got some shades on. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Umbrella, cup, sunglasses. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, people are gonna. Nobody's gonna come up here. They're gonna be so lost. And I do want to put one more planter up here. Okay. Better deeper, even. There's little touch-ups. Little touch-ups, son of a fucking bitch. And we actually gotta... that to match, which I think was tan? Yeah, tan matches, okay. Tan matches. Gotta be make that shit go. There we go. What else was the last? This piece here. This piece here. Piece de la Resistance of the Costa. So good, look at that. Loop, 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 loop. Same time. Open that up. I think we make the minimum and maximum the same, that they'll stay in sync, hopefully. Oh, we need a sign. Oh, I do not like how it doesn't fit on one line like that, though. If it's 6 of them across. I don't think it's gonna work, but we're gonna try splitting up the word into smaller bits. Can't even tell which one's which. Oh, this could work. Four. I think this is actually gonna work. But I can't tell which one's which, so I'm gonna close them all and then restart. So sync. Start with four. Four between each letter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. H, so O. 1, 2, 3, 4. P. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sync. What we do? 2 more spaces. Okay, fuck you. One space less between each letter. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. H. A. Okay, that actually moves it over that way. 1, 2, 2. And that moved it up because now we've crossed whatever fucking invisible threshold of having the shit work properly. Sink gold fan. Oh, that's such a huge gap. I think I might abandon this entire idea. And then the last one, just a freaking T. And now I'm like, why didn't. It's not in the middle. It's not in the middle. If you properly fucking synced up. Hey, there's people here finally, though. And they don't want to ride it because they're idiots or what? You can't find it? It's right. I lost. Is anybody on it? There was one customer. Mm. HAN, so it's that part right there. One more space, bring it over a little bit. I want my T. My T over. Can I bring the T over even one? Okay. And then I need the P to actually be a little further. Oh, Two. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get with the spacing. Ah, 12:30. It's getting late. We'll see and make sure this is still synced up. Now that it's open, I'm kind of worried it's going to be completely out of sync again, but... Yep. Why did it fall out of sync? Up over 8 for excitement now. Build up all the new scenery. I really don't know why it fell out of sync. Given I named it Syncofant, I'd rather it doesn't keep falling out of sync. Two people on the ride? No, there's not. Well, what the fuck? Try 12 seconds, I guess. Because it is not lining up anymore. What are you doing, Hank? Ooh, look at this. This is cute. Building. Nice little area coming together. Yeah, the diagonal track going under the pathway and staircases is pretty cool. Please line up. Close to go. Alright, let's go back to 10 seconds maybe? Pretty annoying when you test the ride and everything lines up perfectly and then you actually open it. Somehow the timing's completely off. I almost want to change this top section to match the middle section better. But that was pretty tedious to make, so I don't know. Alright, yeah, so I mean, ideally, train 1 and 2 both loop at the same time. Okay, there we go. And now, train 2 should actually sync up with train 3 and also go through at the same time. Beautiful. Hmm. I gotta think of kind of a theme. Probably do a little bit of landscaping and definitely not go with regular grass. Probably gonna be about done for today though. I think we're finally done with the shitty wired fencing. And fix the path I just accidentally deleted. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Sycophant. Yeah. So yeah, spend so much time just watching them. Oh, watching what I built in action. Alright, 2 and 3 are not lined up super great. Part of me kind of wants to just make that look a little... Oh, a little afraid of changing it, though. I don't really want to mess with something that's working. Alright, yeah, I'm going to call it there. Um, yeah, if you watch this, if you liked it, let me know. Put a comment or a like, subscribe. I guess I'm gonna try to do try streaming and doing Roller Coaster Tycoon content and builds, but also might play like Fallout New Vegas, um, or some other games. I don't know what to really work, just whatever I want, I guess, you know. But yeah, new to the streaming and stuff, so any suggestions or if you want to share it or gonna try to do it a few nights a week. Don't really know about a schedule or anything yet, but okay. All right. Close down the game and say goodbye. And goodbye. So I don't really need to save because it's an online server, but you don't really know if somebody's gonna come mess with your ride or someone has to reset the server. So I am gonna save my own copy in case I wanna look at this coaster more or view it, after it eventually gets deleted. So we'll just name the save game file after the coaster. So Cinco Vent. Save that. And it looks like the game is gonna crash while saving, so that's convenient, I guess. Okay, we're back. Let me bring that up. Okay. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll probably pick up where I left off here today and build some more scenery and do a little landscaping around it before I call this one complete. But until then, have a good night. Goodbye.